22 people have lost their life in the national capital. More than 150 are injured, many of them seriously injured. Gunshot wounds, stab wounds, skulls being opened because of the senseless stone pelting which has taken place. And it has not affected, if anybody who feels, people, those who instigated it, if they felt that a riot could be controlled, possibly this is one example that tells you it does impact everybody across all religions, across all communal lines. In fact, fresh violence was reported today in the morning at 10 a.m. from Gokulpuri area. Despite heavy security deployment, vandals set a shop on fire in Gokulpuri scrap market. Eyewitnesses say that some miscreants came to the spot, lit the shop on fire and fled even before the authorities could reach. Now, as of now, the situation is largely peaceful, but there is tension in the air. And you can, where I'm standing, even there you can sense that people are, though coming out, though there is massive police presence, but also there is unease as far as the people are concerned here in this area. Remember that shoot and sight orders were in fact put in place. Curfew was put in place in Mojpur, Jafrabad, Chandbagh, Karawal Nagar area. CBSE has also postponed 10th and 12th class exams in this area. Meanwhile, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval visited the DCP office in Seelampur to take stock of the situation. He met the officers and also, in fact, met the senior police officials and also the locals in many areas. Since morning, there have been people, there have been my colleagues, those who have been outside trying to take stock of the situation, give us a sense. But before I get to the reports and we go live to my colleagues, those who are joining me, we have battery of our reporters. Munish is joining us from Mojpur, Pooja Shali from Chandbagh. Moshmi is also joining us live at this moment. Let me just give you a sense of where I am before I go to my colleagues. In fact, what you see all across after the the Vajravahan, which has been in fact put in place there, people have been able to come out despite the curfew because there has been some relaxation. All across, like when you see all shops are closed, I'll just ask my camera person, we'll walk a little bit and we'll give you a sense of the bylanes, the gullies which were mostly affected in this violence. There are people, in fact, outside. So a little sense of normalcy which is returning because of the massive police presence. But remember, this has come after 72 hours of senseless violence. Let me now go across to Moshmi Singh, who's joining us at this evening. Moshmi has been since morning, has gone across Gokulpuri, Chandbagh area to get a sense of what is happening there. Moshmi, we'll just play that report that you filed at 12:40 p.m. as well. But from 12:40 to where you are standing today at 6 p.m., has the situation improved?
Right, Ankit. So we are in the interiors of Chandbagh, and from Gokulpuri to Guru Tegh Bahadur to Brijpuri to now Chandbagh, I've tried to get a sense of what's happening across. And what I want to show you is the human face of this all. You can see on this charpai, this is two religions, but one family. This is Arif, you have Jeevan here, and they're all brothers. This is Jeevan. Jeevan ji, आगे आइए आप. ये जीवन जी है, ये आरिफ जी है, और इनका पूरा परिवार है. They're all laborers here, and they belong to Sambhavli, but they live as neighbors in Sambhavli and live as one family. For the past 3 days, Arif bhai has been sheltering Jeevan ji and Satish ji. Both are, all the three are brothers, and there's nothing like the bond that they share. यही आपका परिवार है?
हाँ जी, यही हमारा परिवार है और हम साथ ही काम करते हैं, रहना चाहते हैं एक साथ. अब यहाँ हालात देखकर जी नहीं लग रहा, इसलिए अपने वापसी जाना चाहते हैं अपने क्षेत्र.
3 दिन तक आप आरिफ भाई के साथ ही रुके, एक ही घर में, एक ही साथ खाया, उन्होंने आपको शरण दी.
हम जब यहाँ आए थे, जब से हम आरिफ भाई के साथ हैं, आरिफ भाई के साथ रह रहे हैं, यहीं खा रहे हैं, यहीं पी रहे हैं, इन्हीं के पास रह रहे हैं. हाँ जी, हमें कोई कैसे भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई.
जब ये हिंसा हो रही थी तब आप इनके साथ ही एक ही घर में, एक ही छत के नीचे रहे?
एक ही घर में, एक ही छत के नीचे रहते थे जी.
जी.
हाँ जी.
यही आपका परिवार है? आरिफ भाई के साथ ही आप रहते हैं?
हाँ जी, हाँ
कोई
जी।
डर लगा आपको? पूरे से इलाके में रह रहे थे आप उनके घर में?
जी नहीं, इनके यहाँ पर रह रहे थे, हमें कोई डरने वाली बात नहीं थी। बाकी हम तो यही चाहते हैं कि सब मिलकर रहें और हम अपने घर जाना चाहते हैं।
जी।
हाँ जी।
क्या संदेश देना चाहते हैं आप?
बस यही है, हमारी तरह सब लोगों का प्यार रहना चाहिए ताकि देश में कोई झगड़ाबाजी नहीं होनी चाहिए। हम जैसी मोहब्बत रहेगी तो कभी देश में ऐसी बात ही नहीं होनी चाहिए। इसलिए हम दिखाना चाहते हैं अपन, हम 20 साल से साथ में काम करते हैं।
So Ankit, you can see that there are a lot of people here. Just one quick message. This is वकील साहब, and वकील साहब जल्दी से एक संदेश दे दीजिए जो आप देना चाहते हैं।
देखिए, मेरा नाम आसिफ है और मैं चांदबाग में रहता हूँ और मेरा बचपन से यहीं पिता, मेरा पैदाइश यहीं की है। और यहाँ पे हमारे जो है काफ़ी पापा के दोस्त हैं, हिंदू परिवार है, सब लोग यहाँ पे साथ रहे हैं होली के।
की घंटी और अजान एक साथ सुनी है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और जो मंदिर के अंदर जिस समय जो है भंडारा वगैरह होता, हम लोग वहाँ पे जाते थे और खाते पीते थे, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं, सब परिवार का रहा है। और मैंने जो वकालत करी है वो भी मैंने मथुरा से करी, जो कि ब्रज नगरी है। मुझे गर्व होता है कि मैं कान्हा की नगरी से मैंने वकालत करी है। और तो और मेरे सबसे अच्छी बात ये थी, जिस टाइम रमजान होते थे तो मेरे दोस्त
this
लोग
is
मेरे हॉस्टल में
what
साथ रहते
this
थे।
country and Delhi is known for. There are few elements who have in fact gone across and tried to disturb the kind of peace. But Maushmi, the example that you are getting to our viewers live today on 6 p.m. Prime on India Today, that's the message that in fact we would want people to take back home. It's a Muslim family, Hindus also living there because of the tensions. But this is exactly what India is all about. Don't let that peace in fact be come under any sort of attack, no matter what the provocation is, because politicians will do that and possibly go back to their houses. It is you and I and people on the ground, those who are going to be in fact the target of this senseless violence. Maushmi, as I was saying, had in fact reported since morning from the Gokulpuri area. 12:40 p.m. is when she sent us this report. Since then the situation has improved. Take a look at this report filed by Maushmi Singh.
Ground report from Northeast Delhi, and we are giving you a car through of the backdrop that is unfolding in this Chandbagh area. You can see those buses that have been burnt. Signs of destruction and violence looms large in these areas. Few people standing outside mulling over what's happened in the past 2-3 days. Shops are shut, even a medical store is half open. People are having problem getting the daily necessities. You can see that the road now, traffic has started moving across. This is one of the very main nerve points, and the security agencies don't want to leave anything to chance today. There have been several attempts by the agencies to ensure that peace returns to this area, and we've seen that largely in the day. The area remains tense. People have stayed indoors and are preferring not to venture out. With video journalist Dharmen, this is Maushmi Singh in Northeast Delhi for India Today.
All right, that was Maushmi's report. Pooja Shali has also been out through the day onto the streets of the worst violence-hit affected areas of Northeast Delhi. She sent us this report at around 12 p.m. from the Chandbagh area. Take a look at this report and then I'll go to Pooja to get a sense of how situation has changed from 12 o'clock to 6 p.m.
Once a Maruti Suzuki showroom here in the Chandbagh area of Northeast Delhi is today torched and in complete ruin. The vehicles that had been put forth here, remember, once which would have been available to be bought or to be repaired, are today torched and in complete tatters. Even the ceiling has not been spared. There are many people who have suffered, and from both sides there was pelting, there was arson, vandalism, violence. Today shoot to sight orders have been given, shoot at sight. There have also been curfew imposed. But the question remains, why was this deployment not done on the first day, on 24th February? Why was curfew not imposed on 24th night itself? Why did it take more than 2 days to take some action? And the biggest question, where are the elected representatives, the politicians here in Delhi? With Sandeep Tiwari for India Today.
Let me go across to now Pooja Shali, who is joining us from Chandbagh area. Pooja, we played that report that you had sent and also the interaction with the family members of those who have lost their life in this senseless violence. Very heartrending, those visuals. But has situation improved from 12 p.m. when you sent us that report to now about 6:15 in that area, which was one of the worst violence hit areas?
So good evening, Ankit. I am still in the Chandbagh area. Just across the road is the Bhajanpura. This is the starting of northeast Delhi. This is where we are being told that a lot of violence did begin and after that spread to other areas as well. I have chosen to still wear my safety gear for the reason that this area is still tense even though under control. Every few minutes there are sirens of the police teams. The petrol march, flag marches continue. This whole road, as you can see, just now perhaps in the past few minutes itself, I can see some motorcycles that have started to move, but the shops are still shut. The residents have been told to stay inside. Police are ensuring, including the CRPF teams, that not more than 4 to 5 people do congregate and that it does not form a bigger group. But here is what I have to show you, Ankit. Take a look at this. This is the shop that I am at. This is where the damage is completely clear of what exactly happened. Take a look at that. Fruits that have been strewn around. This is a shop of fruits and there was inside, we are being told perhaps some other items also were procured. Completely gutted. I spoke to the owners in the morning. They were extremely disappointed. Now, people of Chandbagh are still being very nice and they're saying that all of them were outsiders who were rioters. Our own people cannot do it. But they were definitely very heart-wrenching moments when one owner told me of this shop. I have lost faith in humanity with which I saw the kind of attack that took place on us on 24th and 25th. Completely gutted, Ankit. Take a look at that. These are the shops that are reflective of what exactly happened. Why we are showing you this is to also remind you about what would have happened, because these gutted shops in which petrol bombs were thrown at, in which there were hundreds and thousands of people, we are told according to eyewitness accounts, and then some of them had to run to save their life. There was some police personnel here, but they could not really save the situation in time. And also, Ankit, this is the same lane that then goes to the residence of Ankit Sharma, the employee of the Intelligence Bureau, whose family I spoke to. The mother is in shock. The mother has been crying, but they also wanted desperately put their views across. And I did realize here that both sides have suffered, and therefore it is now time that at least some sort of reconciliation does take place, and immediately. Over to you, Ankit.
All right, Pooja, stay on with me. In fact, just as Pooja was giving her live input to us, I just saw a family walking with, a few bags of potatoes, onions, some vegetables and milk. People are still very apprehensive, trying to, because there are few shops on the other side which are open, so they are taking some stuff and going back to their houses. Curfew, at least at this intersection, not being enforced that strictly as of now. There is a little bit of breather being given to the people so that they can go and stock up. Meanwhile, Munish has been also out since morning. Munish sent us this report at around 1 o'clock from the Babarpur area. Take a look at this report and then I'll go to Munish and get you a sense of how things have changed in the Babarpur area, which almost was the starting point of this entire clash that we have seen, and the rioting that we have seen, the arson that we have seen in the last 72 hours.
We are in Babarpur area of Northeast District, Delhi, and you can see the police is conducting flag march here. Now the intention of police is to dominate this area and give a clear message to all the miscreants and those who are indulging in violence that no violence should be tolerated. Now this is a very sensitive area. This Mojpur and Babarpur area are those areas where the violence took place. Many people were killed here during the violence, and now the police is trying to control the situation. Now you can see there are personnel from the CISF who have been deployed, and also there are personnel from the Delhi police who are conducting flag march here. The intention is very clear: to dominate this area and to give a clear message to all those who are indulging in violence that no violence should be tolerated. With camera person Rishad, this is Munish Pandey in Delhi for India Today.
How much has the situation changed in the last 6 hours or so? Let me bring in Munish. Munish, how much has it changed? Has the finally the Delhi police and the apparatus which has woken up after last night when we saw Ajit Doval at least coming out, something that possibly the police commissioner of Delhi should have been doing on the streets of the national capital. Has situation improved?
Yeah, well, Ankit, the National Security Advisor coming here and visiting the residents, it's a bad commentary on Delhi police. It's a complete failure of Delhi police, and it's basically a job of DCP to, go and talk to the residents. It's a confidence building exercise. But to give a sense of what has happened after Ajit Doval met the residents, I'll request my camera person Ishad to show you the visuals. Now, these are the places where Ajit Doval went. He met at least 3 residents in these premises, and he also spoke to the residents and he assured that normalcy will be back very soon. He also asked about what are the problems they are facing, and he also said that whatever has happened, but he will ensure that law and order should not be disrupted. But at the very same time, remember, Ankit, last night when Ajit Doval came and visited the DCP office for the first time, he gave a clear message that there should be a confidence building between the residents, between the communities, and that is why there were many Aman committee meetings today which took place. But again, it was not very successful, and that is why NSA Doval has to come out in open, and he visited at least 3 places in Mojpur, and then he went ahead and he gave a clear message that he is out for out for the resident. Also,
right, Munish, may I request you to stay on with me because I also want to come to you and understand the role of the police, and especially the top brass of the police, starting right from the police commissioner of the state of Delhi, Union Territory of Delhi, or whatever you want to call it, because NCT, National Capital Territory Region of Delhi. What is the role of the police commissioner? Has he been found wanting? We'll talk about that, Munish, in just a short while from now. But Arvind Ojha has also been one of my colleagues who, right from day one, in the last 3 days, have filed reports risking his own life at many times. Take a look at this report that he filed in the morning when there was still fire burning, when there were still people, going with this senseless rage on their head in the morning. Take a look at this report which he filed at around 9:30 a.m. this morning.
इस वक्त मैं गोकुलपुरी स्क्रैप मार्केट मौजूद हूं और ये देखिए यहाँ पर, हालांकि जब नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हिंसा हुई थी तो यहाँ जो मार्केट था उसको पूरी तरह से आग के हवाले कर दिया गया था 2 दिन पहले, लेकिन एक दो दुकानें जो बची हुई थी, ये दुकान है, इसमें शॉप नंबर 15 है, इसमें अचानक से कुछ लोग आते हैं और आग लगाकर भाग जाते हैं। जो चश्मदीद आसपास के वो बता रहे हैं कि 3 से 4 लोग थे, वो आग लगाकर यहां से भागे हैं। ये दुकान देख रहे हैं किस तरह से लपटे आग की फैली हुई हैं। जो ये पूरा गोकुलपुरी का स्क्रैप मार्केट है, इसको पहले भी आग के हवाले किया गया था, लेकिन दमकल विभाग ने इसको बुझा लिया था, लेकिन यहाँ कुछ लोग आए फिर आग के हवाले कर दिया। अगर ये देखिए गोकुलपुरी का ये जो स्क्रैप मार्केट है, जब हिंसा के वक्त इस पूरी आसपास की दुकानों को फूंक दिया गया था, जिसके बाद आप ये देख पा रहे हैं आग को बुझा लिया गया था, किस तरह से दुकानों में तोड़फोड़ की गई थी। कुछ दुकानें यहाँ पर बची हुई थी, लेकिन ये तस्वीर आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से इस दुकान को आग के हवाले कर दिया गया। हालांकि जो हिंसा है नॉर्थ ईस्ट दिल्ली में, उसमें लगभग काबू पा लिया गया है, आईटीबीपी के जवान हैं, लेकिन अभी भी कुछ असामाजिक तत्व, कुछ उपद्रवी सड़कों पर हैं जो हिंसा फैलाने पर उतारू हैं। ये आग की लपटें आप देख पा रहे हैं, दुकान लगभग पूरी तरह से लपटों में।
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.